You wake up in a country with no oil, no access to the sea, mountains everywhere, winters that freeze trade routes. By every rule of economic geography, this country should be poor. And yet the average person here earns more than $90,000 a year. The country is Switzerland, a tiny nation of 9 million people, surrounded by bigger, louder economies like Germany, France, and Italy. No natural resources, no global empire, no massive population. Yet somehow,
2.
Switzerland became
Ever wonder what
insanely
makes a
rich.
country truly
So the
stable and
question isn't
peaceful?
why Switzerland
Let's
is
take
rich.
a look at the secrets
The real
behind some
question
of the
is,
world's most
what
orderly
game
nations.
did they learn to play better than
It's
everyone
not just
else?
about stunning landscapes
Let's
with
start
snowy
with
peaks
geography.
and green valleys.
Look at a map
It's
of
about the
Switzerland,
people
and you'll
and the
notice something
systems they
strange.
build.
It's landlocked,
Imagine a place where
which usually
everything
means
just
economic
works.
disadvantage.
Tidytowns.com
No ports,
streets
no easy
and a
global
strong
trade
sense of
routes,
community.
no shipping power.
This isn't
But
a
Switzerland
fantasy.
sits
2.
in the exact
It's the result
center
of
of
smart
Europe's
planning,
richest
a culture
economies.
of mutual respect,
Germany to the
and
north,
a shared commitment
France
to the
the
common
west,
good.
Italy to
From
the south.
efficient public services
In other words,
to a deep-rooted
Switzerland
sense of
accidentally
trust.
became the
These
crossroads
societies
of European
show us what's
trade.
possible when
And
everyone
centuries
works
ago,
together.
the Swiss figured
It's a
something
powerful
out.
reminder that
If you can't
stability
control
and
the
order
oceans,
create a
control the
foundation
money
where
instead.
everyone can thrive.
In the
B.
early 1900s,
What do you
Swiss
think is the
banks
most
began
important
building
element for a
reputation,
stable society?
not for size,
Let
not
me
for
know in the
innovation,
comments.
but for secrecy.
Thanks for watching,
In
and don't forget to
1934,
subscribe.
Switzerland passed one of the most controversial laws in banking history, the Swiss Banking Law of 1934. Under this law, revealing a client's bank information became a criminal offense, not a regulatory violation, a crime. The message to the world was simple: your money is safe here, and more importantly, your identity is invisible. Suddenly, wealth from everywhere started flowing into Switzerland.
Imagine being surrounded by
Industrialists from
economic
Germany,
giants,
aristocrats
having almost
from France,
nothing to trade,
political elites
and a
from
population
unstable
so small
regions,
you could fit
even
it into a
corporations
single
looking
stadium.
for quiet places to store capital. Swiss banks became vaults for the world's richest individuals. Today, Switzerland manages roughly a quarter of the world's offshore wealth, not because they have the most banks, but because they built the most trusted vault. But banking alone doesn't explain Swiss wealth. Another industry quietly exploded: precision manufacturing. Switzerland had
around
almost
as we
no
uncover how
natural
this small
resources.
nation played its hand
So instead of
perfectly to win
producing
the
a
economic
lot
game.
of cheap goods, they focused on producing a few things perfectly: mechanical watches, medical equipment, advanced machinery. Brands like Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Omega didn't compete on price. They competed on obsession. A Swiss watch might contain hundreds of microscopic parts assembled by hand. The goal wasn't mass production. The goal was perfection with a price tag. When you sell the world's most precise